so we welcome in those of you who are just watching Duke, Oregon. Congratulations to the Blue Devils advancing to the next round. We now have a 7-0 lead for Kentucky over Kansas State. Kelsey Riggs-Cuff, Megan McEwen, the Hall of Fame coach, Muffin McGraw right here with you as Kansas State still looking to get some offense going. That one doesn't fall from the outside, and it is still Kansas State ball. So much traffic there, Coach, on the inside.
There is. This Kentucky team really being aggressive, but there's the three finally dropping, and now everybody can relax on Kansas State.
Kentucky's been clogging the paint so far defensively.
That's Lawrence, the shot off the rim, no good. Kansas State with the rebound. As you see them trying to settle into this offense a little bit, going inside now and looking for a little help. Coach, nice move to the bucket.
Well, Zayuka Lee on the bench right now. She's playing with some limited minutes coming off that injury.
She's so comfortable with the ball in her hands. She's like got that thing like a yo-yo.
Come on, I thought that one was going to fall right when you called being comfortable with it. On the other side of things, though, inside. The call, a foul here for Kansas State.
Sundell. It is all about Sundell for Kansas State.
And we had a foul going into that last time out. By the way, thank you, studio team, for covering. We had some technical issues here in Lexington.
I don't know. I kind of like hearing Coach Muffin McGraw.
It was good to hear that perspective. Yeah, it sure was. Taylor, she got a nice game in a couple of days ago. She had been out pretty much since January. Strack, her third bucket of the game.
Claire Strack has been so aggressive so far.
On the floor, brought to you by Capital One. These are the players that are out there for Kansas State. Lee got blocked. Best shot blocking team in Kentucky history is this one this year. It's also the tallest team Kentucky has ever had. Amor goes to the floor. Wow, she is a magician.
Georgia Amor struggled so far and really just trying to get her bearings together, and that's going to be a foul on Poindexter.
Well, Clara Strack has had one of the best freshman seasons in the history of the SEC, not only Kentucky, the SEC's Defensive Player of the Year. I love this matchup. We've got two of the top point guards in the country, two of the top post players in the country. Look down low to Lee, and Lee with the finish. It's the first time they've been able to get a good look for her.
Well, Kentucky's had one player in front and one player in behind, and the rotation was off defensively. Lee recognizing it. And I think for K-State, when they get the ball in their hands, it's good. And Georgia Amor finally.
Glenn Sundell, that's the other fantastic point guard in this game. And Sundell!
Thought the defensive rotation was coming over, and it didn't.
Sundell, her 22nd three of the season. Doesn't take a lot of threes. Hassett, the three-point shooting specialist for Kentucky. National Coach of the Year. The Sporting News named him National Coach of the Year earlier this week. And another three by Sundell.
I love watching Sundell. We will see her play multiple positions. The mismatch.
Off the mark by Tyler. Silva with a rebound. Hassett! Two in a row for the Aussie. Right now, Kentucky has 6'5" Strack, 6'7" Silva on the front line. Final seconds here in the opening quarter. And a foul contributed greatly to this fantastic season for Kentucky. They've set 10 single-season program records this year. Good D by the Wildcats. This is where Georgia Amor is such a benefit, as she can get the ball up the floor in tremendous fashion. And time will expire. Tried to get it to Tiani Key. A heck of a game against the Flames. 34 points, 8 assists, 2 steals, 2 blocks. She has been breaking records all season.
Well, it with just her leadership, and Tiani Key, if that's a call on her.
Hoping to keep her out of foul trouble today. She is part of that fantastic post presence for Kentucky this year.
One of the benefits when you have a Tiani Key on the floor, she's another versatile player, and one of those that can bring the ball up the floor as Sundell continues. I'll tell you what, it's fun to talk to him and just listen to his basketball mind. Love the passion that he plays, not only coaches with, and Strack able to get that ball to fall, but not just the combination conversations that we have, and even talking about Yoki Lee and just her impact.
Good D by Lawrence. It's Kentucky's ball.
You can't get everything right.
Strax had such a good start to this game. She can handle the ball so well. Grew up as a guard. Lawrence penetrating, blocked.
Prides herself on the defense that she had, and you just saw a great block.
Strack left wide open. And the easy bucket for Clara Strack. That is her 13th point in this game. Strack had a double-double and fouled out on Friday. Good lob down to Lee. That's what they do so well. Yoki Lee out for the most part since January. She tried to come back in February for a game, but injured her other foot. And they are so happy to have her back, the All-American. And Georgia Amor knocks down her second shot.
Georgia's got to feel like when she's looking side to side, she always knows where Lawrence is.
No, this time they tried to get it into Lee, and the D was too good. Strack and Silva. Strack trying to take Lee, and Lee got her on the arm. So Lee will get a breather. She only played 15 minutes in the last game against Fairfield, but still had a double-double. Speaking of double-doubles, Clara Strack had a fantastic game against Liberty. Make it 15. Just cannot wait to see her career continue here at Kentucky.
Well, Coach Brooks made the statement he was not very pleased with his post players. That's Tiani Keys, Silva Strack, and Amelia Hassett.
And Strack both with 15. Amor probing. Nice pass to Tyler. Good D by Kansas State. Here's that matchup. Sundell against Amor. 3 on the way from Walker. Strack, she made a 3 to start the game. That one was rejected. Good call. Sides. The points she's been a part of, 83% of their scoring has been contributed by Serena Sundell, whether a basket or an assist.
Well, 15 points out of the 23 says a lot, and it's not just on the offensive side, it's on the defensive side, and a great drive. Well, and you love to see players stay, but even just having to adapt to a new coach, and very positive about just her advancement and being able to use her in quality games like this.
Yeah, they meet for coffee in the morning, Tamika. But what did you expect between these two teams? Because on paper, it looks like a fantastic matchup. And a foul call on Lee.
That's going to be her third foul.
Kentucky going with their big post presence now. Silva and Strack. Bounce pass to Silva. Good D again by Kansas State. What a good start defensively for Kansas State. Poindexter for 3. Good! I love the reaction.
Well, that's Poindexter's first made field goal.
Made a 3 on Friday against Fairfield. Amor. Georgia Amor again trying to get going. Misses the 3. She's been off the mark with the 3 ball so far. That we don't talk about as being one of the stars of the game that could very well impact this game to the point of winning it.
Well, she was a scorer before she came to K-State, and that's something that is one of the reasons they brought her here. They wanted other production around Yoki Lee, around Sundell, and now you're seeing what she's able and capable of doing.
The supporting cast and both these teams outstanding, and Poindexter, 2 threes in a row. Kentucky's gone over 2 minutes without a bucket. They started the game on a 7-0 run. Amor, little fadeaway, that's short. Sides with a rebound. Good hustle by Sides. Up the floor to Taylor, and Taylor fouled by Tyler.
There is nothing else you could do but foul.
Taylor was the Missouri Valley 6th player of the year last year. And they're a good follow on social media if you want to check that out. Kennedy Taylor is absolutely hilarious as a human being. Amor to Silva, knocked away. Scrappy D again by Kansas State.
Yeah, I don't like that pass to Silva. I think it's really hard when you have a 6'7" post player coming out to set her screen, and then you give her a bounce pass, put the ball in the air and allow her to go get it rather than having to go down where the rest of the defense is already hanging out.
1 second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Silva commits the foul over the back on Taylor. That'll stop the clock with 7.4 left, and that's the third foul on Silva. She's been perfect today so far. Taylor. All of her points have been free throws, 6 of 6. Final seconds of the half. Lawrence. Good. And Kentucky will end the half with an exclamation point, scoring that final. Kansas State assisting on 9 of their 11 makes, and the Wildcats of Kansas State have the ball first here to start the third quarter. The winner moves on to Spokane.
And this is a different defensive set than we saw in the first half. Kentucky opted to go and start the game on the 2-3 zone.
Same starting lineup. Lee takes the feed. Remember, she was on the bench a lot of that first half with 3 fouls.
They had learned how to play without her.
Key battling for that rebound. Does a good job to get it back. Key will shoot the 3. Good! Tiani Key emphasizing the versatility of the Kentucky post players. Poindexter trying to answer. Hassett with a rebound.
Well, Kentucky has to be careful. They got quite a few players that are in foul trouble. We're sitting with 2 fouls right now. And Aoki Lee, the only player on the floor with 3.
Lawrence had a little space and makes Kansas State pay.
Well, she just made it tough, and Georgia's used to being able to kind of bobbing and weaving and getting her way into the lane, but Aoki Lee wait for her at the basket.
She just makes it look easy.
When she catches it, she keeps the ball high. Whenever most post players, they bring the ball down and allows you to slap it out, but she does a good job of knowing where she is, going straight up.
Game just comes so easy to her at her size and her agility. Hassett, that shot is partially blocked, went right to Strack, and Strack gets the and one off the miss. And Lee will have a seat on the Kansas State bench. Strack will be at the free throw line. So 2 double-doubles in a row.
We'll take another look later.
Kansas State trailing by 2. They went into half up. Taylor ties the score. Amor directing traffic out front. Strack steps through the double team and finishes.
Well, that's an interesting matchup too. Sundell down low, guarding Strack. Look at that post up.
Taylor inside again. Got loose. And one.
Yeah, you feel the energy over here. Strack gets called for that foul, but the energy from the bench and the team, what you build off of.
Taylor, perfect from the free throw line today.
You got to stay in the moment, especially when you look at both of these teams fighting for that opportunity to go to the Sweet 16.
Well, this matchup has not disappointed. Lawrence buries the 3. Kentucky back out in front by 2. Poindexter. Another 3 for Poindexter. That is her 3rd 3 of the game.
Well, Poindexter, when she catches the ball.
Sundell gets way out on Lawrence this time. Hassett will shoot the 3. Walker pushing it. And a block called on Lawrence. Speaking of Oklahoma, they had 72 rebounds in their win yesterday.
One of those solid post players in Aoki Lee here for K-State. But Oklahoma just so good around the basket.
Walker gets the roll. She was the player that both of the coaches would compare Aoki Lee to in terms of what they have each faced, similar to Lee.
Still 2 totally different players, but what they bring to the game. And Deja Lawrence has gone on a roll. 2nd player for Kentucky to hit double digits, 11 points.
Lob down low to Lee. Easy finish. How would you stop that, Tamika?
Well, we've watched Kentucky, and even the other day with Fairfield trying to figure out a way to front Yoki Lee, and the problem is you allow her to get closer to the basket. What you do get is you get that help side. I almost think you look at different defensive look.
Compared to what she did 2 days ago. Little reverse layup missed by Lee. And Amor defended by Walker today. More often than not, just a lockdown defender. Key with a nice move inside.
Great heads-up play by Tiani Key, not to go same side, but Yoki Lee making that rotation. She slices and forces Yoki to have to not foul.
Strack and Lee battling inside. Sundell will drive. Sundell passes up the three. Poindexter will shoot it. Good!
And great extra pass by Sundell.
Poindexter's made 4 threes today. Sundell trying to deny that pass. Amor trying to take advantage of Walker being out of the game. Gives it up to Strack. Shot clock at 2. Silva. Yes!
Great heads-up play, recognizing the clock, and Glenn wide open on the break. Nobody out there. Knocked down 3.
Here's Amor, open floor. Jets to the bucket and draws the foul. Amor was named ESPN's Transfer of the Year this past week. Came with Penny Brooks. Every NCAA Women's Championship game is on the networks of ESPN. For more information, go to NCAA.com. Final seconds here of this third quarter. There's about a 4-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. That rims out. Tyler is bumped by Sides. And so Sides will get called for the foul with 4.2 left. 4.2 seconds left. Kentucky will have to bring it the length of the floor. Final play of the third quarter. Amor launches. And just misses. Advancing to Spokane to face the winner of USC and Mississippi State. That game will be played tomorrow night on ESPN. And it will be Kentucky's ball to start the fourth. Into Strack. 2 players collapse on Strack. Almost forced a turnover, but Kentucky will keep it. Every player that has played for Kentucky has scored so far. Amor. Walker's back in the game defending her. Shot clock down to 5. Hassett's got to go. Hassett can't get the finish. Taylor with a rebound. Coach Brooks leaving her in the game right now. Entry pass down to Lee. Yoki Lee. Good defense by the Kentucky Wildcats, but Glenn gets it back. Second chance. And Strack gets called for the hold inside.
Oh, Yoki Lee.
No, Yoki Lee. It is offensive foul on Lee, and that is number 4 on Yoki Lee. 2 of the top point guards in the country, and Amor, who has the ball, and Sundell for Kansas State. Amor looking for the screen. Open for 3. Good! Sundell on the other end.
Right on time for Georgia. Amor, that gets her into double digits, and she had been struggling trying to find an open opportunity.
Poindexter with the answer. Back and forth we go, a 1-point game. To Strack, quick shot, off the mark. Both teams shooting 38% in this game, doing a good job on the other defensively. Kansas State's been shooting over 50% in their 3 postseason game. That includes their conference tournament. Good steal by Key.
Sundell lost it. Key, great job with her hands. Deja Lawrence.
Deja Lawrence. Sundell and Lee both on the floor for Kansas State. They're 2 All-Americans. The lob into Lee, and the result is another bucket for Lee.
Well, Kansas State has switched up their offense.
Key takes it right at Lee, doesn't get the bucket, and Lee grabs the rebound. Kentucky got a good shot there. Lee with coming in off the bench a moment ago, 14 points now. Would you expect to see Lee and Sundell on the floor the rest of the way?
I definitely would, but Yoki Lee has to be careful. Another great basket down low, doing a good job of just getting her feet set.
This was during the timeout. Georgia Amore talking to her team.
And this is leadership. Georgia Amore knows that this could be potentially her last game. And
Serena Sundell has become Kansas State's all-time assist leader. Both teams trying to get to the Sweet 16 for the first time in a long time. Three on the way. Glenn off the mark. Lee with the offensive rebound. Missed it. Kentucky with a chance to retake the lead.
That ball dropped right in Lee's hand. Not able to convert.
Glenn backs off Amore. And a timeout, Kentucky.
The ball, she is catching it and going right into her shot.
Walker back on Amore. Walker's done a good job on Amore today. Lawrence, nice! Wow! Deja Lawrence has made some big shots today for the Wildcats, and Kentucky leads by a point.
That left side free throw line is her shot. When she gets there, she's hard to stop.
Kentucky looking to build on the lead. Lawrence has had the hot hand. Three on the way. Offensive rebound by Hassett and the finish.
Mary Hassett has stepped up big in this game. She's knocked down a couple of big threes earlier in the game, and now the offensive rebound.
Sundell lost it in the lane. It will go back to Kentucky off Sundell's foot. Lawrence to Key.
Tiani Key thought about it.
Shot clock under 10. Here's Key. Missed it, got her miss. And Key sticks it back up and in.
Well, Yoki Lee not wanting to get a foul call. She does not box out her own player. An offensive rebound in the last couple of possessions has really set the tone for Kentucky.
They're looking for Lee, but they'll shoot the three. Sides, they couldn't get it inside. That goes out of bounds. No one touched it. It'll be Kentucky's ball.
You saw her, she knocked down 4 threes in last game against Fairfield.
Lawrence penetrates, lost it on the way up. It'll go back to Kansas State. It'll be Kentucky on defense, Kansas State with the ball.
Kansas State side is back in the game. And expect another look down low for Yoki Lee.
Sides. Off the mark on the three. Sundell with a big offensive board. Another three on the way. Pure by Jalen Glenn.
Offensive rebound. So Kentucky able to get a couple of offensive rebounds. K-State just getting those second chances. And it puts them down only by 2.
Kentucky up 2. Approaching the final minute of regulation.
1 minute remaining.
Lawrence into Strack. Strack over Lee. And Lee with a great rebound.
Great defensive possession by Lee, not fouling. Again, Lee, number 50, has 4 fouls.
Poindexter for 3. Yes! Poindexter has put on a 3-point shooting clinic today, and that one gives Kansas State. Kentucky with the ball. Amore open for 3. Yes! Kansas State's ball, 32.8 seconds left. Kentucky up 2. The Sweet 16 on the line. Sundell. Sundell, they take a timeout. Sundell will be given the ball from our lead official, Kevin Pethel. Sundell gets it backsides. Poindexter. Sundell backing in on Hassett. Scores! It's a tie game. Timeout. Hassett will inbound it for Kentucky opposite their bench on their side of the court. To Lawrence. Lawrence penetrates. Shot is blocked. Lee gets it. And we are going to overtime in Lexington with the Sweet 16 still hanging in. Kentucky going with their starting five that they began the game with. They have used the same starting five the entire season. And Lee and Key jump it up. It'll be Kansas State with the first possession. And that pass just goes out of bounds. A little too hot for Glenn to handle. And a turnover. They got it right. 4 minutes to play in overtime. Winner of this moves to the Sweet 16.
We haven't seen Strack score in a little bit, so I would imagine that they would try to get the ball to her.
They did. Off the mark on the three. And Key in the right place at the right time with a big bucket.
And that's huge. That gets another Kentucky player in double digits, and Tiani Key has been dominating. She has a double-double, 11 points, 13 rebounds.
Sundell drives baseline, scores. 19 points for Sundell, along with the 12 assists. She's become Kansas State's all-time assist leader in this game. Strack will post up Lee. Steps under. Gets the finish. Remember, Lee has 4 fouls.
And see Coach Mitty want to make the opportunity to keep Lee in there because she's such a big presence.
Glenn open for 3, and that is good.
Literally gotten their dinner, their lunch, everything served to them on a platter, because when they catch the ball off that help side, they are wide open.
The passing in this game has just been spectacular. On the money. Amor buries it from the top of the key. It's a 2. Length of the floor pass to Glenn. Good recovery by Amor on D. Walker, though, left open. Missed the layup. And Lawrence fights, throws it up to Amor. Amor to Key.
That was a play right there. Bobbled balls and all, and trying to figure it out. Kentucky, but Amor with the nice pass to Tiana Key.
The wizardry of Georgia Amor. Poindexter for 3. Yes! Are you kidding me? 7 threes for Poindexter.
Unbelievable right now. Kansas State 13 threes. Poindexter 7 of those. Glenn and Sundell each with 3.
We are tied in overtime. Winner moves to the Sweet 16 to face USC or Mississippi State. Amor. Another big bucket. Sundell to the corner. Poindexter. Another one. Poindexter. 3-second differential between the game clock and the shot clock. Amor off the mark. Battle for the rebound, goes out of bounds. It'll stay with Kentucky.
Automatically that you can go to, and Tiani Key and Amelia Hassett have done some great things tonight as well.
Amor shoots the 3. Off the mark. Lawrence gets the rebound. Back to Amor. Amor to Hassett. Hassett for 3. Key with the offensive rebound. Another chance for Kentucky. Jump ball. It'll be Kentucky's ball. And still a chance to win. Amor will inbound it. To Strack. Strack back to Amor. Amor. Game over. Kansas State is going to the Sweet 16.
And what an unbelievable game.